To start with, the art style for this can be very pretty, but it's also very inconsistent. Honestly though, with this title, I really don't care. Ryunosuke's design is everything. I'm a sucker for long hair, I adore tattoos and piercings, and Ryunosuke has all of that. Add in that he's a power bottom, and I am sold! I will say that while I like piercings, in this art style, Ryunosuke's piercing looks a bit weird in some panels. It's a lip piercing with a ball and occasionally looks like a growth to me. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it's not my favorite. As for Kota, he's cute, but next to Ryunosuke, he's pretty plain. Now on to the story. I love it when the alpha is the inexperienced one in the pairing. Kota is a precious virgin that gets swept away by Ryunosuke, and I'm so here for it. But the reason Kota ends up being taken by Ryunosuke is specifically because of the type of alpha he is. This is an underexplored element of Omegaverse that I love to see, which is the additional hierarchy or types within each secondary sex. Specifically, we're dealing with something called an idiosyncratic alpha. This is wholly unique to this particular Omegaverse story as far as I'm aware, and it's a type of alpha that cannot pick up on any other Omega's pheromones unless they have a mutual attraction to one another. There is a suggestion that he can sense powerful pheromones, I suppose as a way to explain why he picked up on Ryunosuke's pheromones before they initially met, but I feel like it actually suggests that Kota and Ryunosuke were attracted to each other before they met. I love this. Why? Because both of them admit to seeing each other around, and each had different perceptions of the other. Ryunosuke assumed Kota was the standard sex-crazed alpha, and Kota actually thought Ryunosuke was an alpha. Yet, despite Kota being an idiosyncratic alpha, he could smell Ryunosuke's pheromones. That means Ryunosuke was attracted to Kota even assuming he was a sex-crazed alpha, and Kota was attracted to Ryunosuke even though he assumed he was an alpha. It's giving fated mates even though it isn't necessarily fated, and I am so about it. Now, as much as I love all of this all falls into the unfortunate problem of being too short to be a well-developed narrative. This is the textbook definition of a whirlwind romance. I do like it overall, but it does feel rushed. That's to be expected with these single volume titles, and I admittedly don't mind this all that much, but I think it's important to note since there's not going to be a ton of depth here. We get very little insight into who these characters are outside of how they are together, specifically on Ryunosuke's side of things. We get hints of things, and Ryunosuke does tell us that he feels most alphas are unfaithful, indicating that there might be a history of cheating in his past, but we just don't see it. I would love for there to be a sequel to this where we explore these characters more, but it is what it is.